Today on the show, we feature one of Africa's most talented fashion designer who left the worlds of consultancy to follow his passion in fashion designing. He prefers to call himself a tailor. He is Ugo Monye.
My name is Ugo Monye. I always tell everyone that I'm a tailor. Well, you could call me. You can also call me a fashion designer because I believe I do both. I also am an image consultant. I do that too. I do all that, but I prefer to call myself a tailor. I mean, there's dignity in that handcraft. So I love it. So when you see today when you see people, everyone says, once you say, what do you do for a living? Here, I'm a fashion designer. Everyone says I'm a fashion designer. Me, I'm a tailor. I'm very cool with it. I love the name. I've never had an issue with the name because I've always loved it, even when there was no glory in it. Let me give you a brief history about myself. Of course, I went to school like everyone else. I went to secondary school in Lagos. Federal Government College, Ijaniki. I was in Ijaniki, finished from Ijaniki. I was supposed to go to the UK to study fine and applied arts, but at that point in time, because I'm an artist. So my parents thought that it would be cool for me to go and develop more in that area. And I said, no way, that I wanted to be a businessman. So because that time there was no glory in artists. All you see them on the streets, on the express, and you see their paintings on the road and their phone numbers. That's all you see that time. So in my head, that was because I was young, that's the only thing I could think about. There was no glory in any of those things. There was no even glory in being a tailor, So at that time, my mom had a fashion business, and I still didn't see my dad was a businessman. And I wanted to be a businessman because the guy had a lot of money. Well, at the time, he had a lot of money, So I wanted to be like him, So I saw, to me, there was more future in being a businessman as opposed to being a tailor. Being a tailor was just Surah, the tailor, Buba and Shokoto, that kind of thing. But there was more to it. So when I entered university, I started reading a lot about your talents, your gifts, your calling. I started trying to develop all those things, and I realized that it was your calling in life is tied to the talent God has placed in you. So I started realizing all that, and I started trying to find out what that was and develop it, and that was it. I knew that I was gifted with arts, and I found myself in school criticizing what people used to wear, and I'll say, okay, this is how it should be. I'll draw it. This is how it should be. That's not how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be, and that's how I found myself here. After school, I got a job as a strategy consultant, as an analyst. So being a consultant, we're working on different projects, turnaround, strategy, feasibility, different strategy stuff. Because I was basically doing strategy consulting. That's what I was doing. So I was formulating strategies for different companies, So at some point while I was still there, I remember one day, because the CEO of the company is someone who always over-delivers in everything he does, That's the way he trained me, and everybody else. So if we're supposed to deliver a particular document on Friday, by Wednesday we'll deliver that document. He said it's always better to over-deliver than to under-deliver. So I had already started my fashion business from school. So I was doing strategy consulting, and I was still doing fashion business at the time, small. That was just, little by little. And then I decided I felt that I needed to take it further. So I wanted to go to learn how to make clothes. Mind you, I could make clothes from when my mom was in the business. I could make it, I could do stuff with my hands, but I never learned it officially how to actually make clothes. But I could do it based on what I'd been watching people do. So I said, no, let me go and take this, to the next level. Let me go and learn it. So I went to a local fashion school in Nigeria here. So to learn how to, I actually resigned from the company to learn how to sew. And at the time, I didn't have money at all, I didn't have money. So I resigned. I didn't even have enough money to pay for the school. But I resigned and used everything I had. I spoke to the guy who owned the school that, can he teach me how to make dresses? Because at that time it was female clothes I was designing and making. Can he teach me how to make dresses? And he said, no problem. And I told him how much I had. He said, I shouldn't worry. That before you finish, you would have made the money to complete your school fees. And true, before I finished my course, I'd already made the money. I'd paid him his full money. So that was pretty much it. That was how I now left consulting to go into tailoring full time. And that's where I am now. This is my store, right? Now, the challenges we face in our business is actually inventory. It will shock you how much you are losing if you don't keep proper stock of of the things you have. Up to the thread, fabrics, and everything. So that's why if you look at here, everything is properly arranged, from fabrics to linings to estate to everything is properly arranged and tagged. Human beings are our second major problems. For me, that's been my major. I think it's my first major problem, followed by inventory, having to deal with people, because when you're hiring people, especially in quotes, tailors in Nigeria they don't feel that their job is something of dignity. They do not appreciate. They don't know what they have. If you go to the UK and you see a tailor in the UK, he's so proud. He'll tell you, I'm a tailor, I work with so. In Nigeria, as I said before, they'll tell you, I'm sorry, excuse me, are you calling me? I'm not a tailor, I'm a fashion designer. And I have people come to meet me every day, they say they want to work for me. These guys are tailors, they say they want to work for me. I say, okay, so what do you do? He say, I'm a fashion designer. I say, okay, sorry, we're not looking for fashion designers. I say, no, sir, I'm also a tailor. I say, which one are you? You need to choose one, So they don't feel, they are not proud of the work. That is why they don't even want to even dress for the job. You need to look even good when you're going to work. Coming up with new things. Doing what has never been done before. There's joy when you create, when you know that you have created something and you know that and that's what keeps me going constantly. Everything excites me about fashion, about tailoring, about being in this business. Like even for many years, I make money, I don't make money, I'm broke. You see me, I'm always happy because when I started, I did not start because of money. This is actually the heart of the matter, because at the end of the day, if you sew a fantastic outfit, but it's not properly finished, the outfit is not fantastic. No matter how mad the design is, no matter how the sewing is, if they don't iron it properly, if the press button is not properly fixed, because us, there are ways we like our things being, there's finesse in, you need to add finesse to everything. You cannot just do things anyhow. So even the way you stitch your press button, even if people are not seeing it, to me, that's that was more, you can see I'm already talking with passion, because to me, that's what's most important for me. The part that people don't see, a lot of people neglect it. Every single thing. We're more into detail than anything. We're more into detail than design. Most places that you go to, if you go to maybe Sikira on the side of some shop, on the side shop somewhere, you see once they bring in material, the first thing they do, they just look at the material, they can just throw it somewhere it can never, in capital letter, never happen here. Not possible. You cannot see someone that will just throw material anywhere. I would literally flip. I mean, someone would think it was more than that. They would think it was. I mean, this cannot just because you can't just be upset because the guy just threw fabric. I can be upset because the guy just threw fabric, even if it's Ankara, because it shows that if you don't respect that material, how do you want to sew it and sew it perfectly without issues? It's not possible. But the same way you respect very expensive material, even those people that treat material like that, they don't respect very expensive material unless the person tells them, look, I bought this material, this. But still, the kind of respect, they'll just respect it small because you have told them that it is expensive. But the kind of respect you're supposed to give, the kind of respect you give that one, you should give anyone. Because here, what we teach all our staff it's not about even us. It's about you.
I've learned a lot throughout the time I've been here. It has really changed my view of life, fashion, people, most especially customer service. The way we attend to our customer is our joy. We always want them to come back with a good report about us. Working here with Mr. Ugo Monye in Ugo Monye Tailoring Company, I would say it has really, really helped me a lot. I know Mr. Ugo Monye as a perfectionist. Everybody will say nobody's a perfectionist, but this is actually the very first time I'm seeing somebody that is a perfectionist. From the lines to the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, everything has to be perfect. So working here has really, really changed my mindset about so many things. I need to own up to my own mistakes, not making excuses for it. I have to be excellent. Punctuality has to be the number one. You need to be punctual. As a manager here, I need to be punctual to actually set example for people to follow up. If I can't be punctual, it means every other person following my footsteps will not be punctual. And I know him as somebody that says, okay, I'll be at the office at 9, and at 9 o'clock he's already seated. So here, punctuality is key. I've really, really, really gained a lot. I have respect for fabric. Whatever it is you're doing, if you don't have respect for fabric, it's going to actually be a mess up.
Yeah, this is not your regular 9 to 5. This is my life. My name is Ugo Monye.